There is a shaft cut straight down into the rock beneath Egypt's oldest pyramid. It drops almost as deep as a 15-story building is tall. And at the bottom sits a granite box sealed with a stone plug. For over 100 years, everyone agreed it was a grave. And that answer was wrong. Because in 2024, a team of engineers ran the numbers on that box, and what came back wasn't the description of a tomb. It was the description of a valve. The bottom end of a machine for lifting stone with nothing but water and gravity, built 4,700 years ago, when it was not supposed to exist. Most people never see this pyramid. They go to Giza. 10 miles south sits the Step Pyramid of Djoser, built around 2680 BCE, the oldest monumental pyramid on Earth, and the first building in history made entirely of cut stone. And we still cannot fully explain how it was built. The standard answer is ramps. There is one problem. For the early pyramids, no one has ever found them. The single most important piece of the accepted story is missing from the ground. Here is what the 2024 team found instead. About a mile away sits a giant stone enclosure called Gisr el-Mudir, nearly 2 kilometers of wall around nothing. They mapped the ancient watersheds, and the pointless enclosure snapped into focus. It sits exactly where you would build a dam to catch floodwater. Downhill runs a trench called the dry moat, long dismissed as symbolic. Its southern section is a sequence of deep compartments, and engineers recognized the design instantly. It is a water treatment facility, settling basins that strip out sediment stage by stage until the water runs clean. A dam that catches the flood, a plant that cleans the water. And radar found the plumbing. A 200-meter tunnel carrying that clean water to the shafts at the pyramid's center. The place it was delivered to was the granite box we called a grave. Here's where it gets strange. Model it as what its geometry suggests, and it becomes the base of a hydraulic elevator. Clean water floods the shaft. A massive wooden float rises, pulling ropes over pulleys, lifting a platform of stone up through the pyramid's core, building it from the inside out like a volcano. And the physics holds. A 30-foot column of water cancels 2/3 of a block's weight, leaving workers to simply guide it into place. No ramp, no scar on the landscape. The machine seals itself inside the finished monument. The study landed in PLOS 1, led by Xavier Landreau of the Paleotechnic Institute. If you find buried history this unsettling, subscribe and turn on the bell, because the plumbing was there the whole time, and we labeled the machine a tomb. Now, does this prove it? Not yet. Archaeologist Oren Siegel argues the dam couldn't hold enough water. Kamil Kurashkevich notes the lake appears in no ancient text, and the small stones could be carried by hand. Fair objections aimed at the elevator. But strip the elevator away entirely and the dam is still real. The purification basins are still real. The tunnels, the shafts, the granite boxes are still real. A civilization built all of it before iron, before the wheel, without a single manual. The shafts are still sealed. The granite boxes still sit plugged at the bottom exactly as they were left. And whatever the truth is, it is still down there, waiting for someone to be allowed to open it and find out.